Could be OK FM. But TNO Asempe FM and other platforms. But I think that maybe on hindsight, he didn't help Wontumi. I will explain myself.
Okay.
Maybe on hindsight, on the 3 cases I named say Wontumi common, maybe on hindsight will be able to maybe Wontumi should have gotten different lawyers to handle the case.
Okay.
Only time Kamebo interview is 16 minutes. Only Kwame Nkrumah case interview. I listen carefully. And me say my mama source. I listened to the interview with Obi. That is also about 15 minutes. We can hear better say Wontumi actually come Attorney General say obey plea bargain. This is the news. That's how I started.
Okay.
The Exim Bank case in beginning 2018. And so I mean summarize now. Wontumi Koti company be a friend of Wontumi Farms Limited.
Yes.
And of course, Exim Bank so assase 100,000 acres. No, but so dear food. No one a besia. And the money is car. And Exim Bank back and forth now no more 18.7 million. Now a mixture of a loan and a grant.
Yeah.
But in March 2018, this say 14.3. That is Titisika 140 billion.
Yeah, easy.
Almost see, almost the demand I want to be some say, what could fidi? Was kind of the man often to agriculture machines, a video at the bay phone.
That's right.
Often to a consultant and car. Often for liberate so the bet you moka. Patratas. And yet be a wolf phone. Now, won't you be banned or they I people be buy or my choice receipts. Now, then your woman is a koto a foodiable company for a Kasama enterprise. It's investigators the course in Nimno. I don't call customers and I would you better idea. One was ampa won't to be by a papa tintibi. Then him the job. Coco. No buy any moon or by Jebo. Say a video way a sing, a video way a sing, a video way a sing. And your man the pro forma invoice. And no catch there say. Or they catch there in penny for no barbeto. Yanton in Kabu. It's according to Yokono. Wontumi ko fie or call the officers no cost a sam pro forma no ekonye ni receipt.
Wow.
And what they come my exam for no sambe jeans kabio. As our case no and a 30 million exam bank fraud case na okoye plea bargain. But we go plea bargain mranim esachre sen. Now before we even go into the akoko senior.
I
think say Wontumi case no say any Wontumi we are. Whoever was the board chairman at that time, the CEO of the bank, the loan officers, between say Sembra, and the Bank of Ghana now, almost won't be catched as on mine.
Yeah,
because even one before they gave the 14.3 million to Wontumi, who went to check the land?
That's right.
Who checked the documentation of the land? What was Wontumi's track record in agriculture and farming? When Wontumi presented the receipts, nobody in the bank went further to check. Say, FDN when company burn a tall man.
Because I'm saying, you know, you are loan here, because for collateral, bank and the property credit, you could see our
see, as I'm no more catching, media,
and
I've already said that say. Yes, Wontumi may be the big fish, but Wontumi and Fetu and Kusi exam function a G-scam. Those who facilitated and enabled this glaring weird transaction to happen. Because the fact of the case is that when Wontumi submitted those documents, he was given extra cash. Is the Bank of Ghana telling us that you go say to can just go to a bank
for Christmas?
Me was said that kwaso. Me pefuaye. You go say to farms 14.3 million. Ajana wana yes in the dining na yesi bia. Eh 60 million, $70 million. Me atama manipa ba ko se ko.
Jeko. Fakoyefu.
Senior, ebu obrem. And the Bank of Ghana and the Exim Bank official at that time must answer some questions to the state.
Sure.
That said, Wontumi let the come Attorney General or say we hereby inform the honorable court that the first accused, Bernard Wontumi, hearing has through his counsel, Mr. Andy Appiah Kubi Esquire, in a letter dated June 5, 2026, to the Honorable Attorney General, made a request to initiate a plea negotiation in respect of the charges in this trial. Now, so Wontumi say, now, what is instructive is that this case was filed on the 14th of May. Wontumi plea bargain on the 11th of June. It's not even 1 month. What is instructive is also that Attorney General has not made disclosures beyond the fact of the case.
Yes.
It is evidence the crime so on a cascam and Nina Kokasa no Akasampa Wontumi be pro form and acquire editing. Say the pana Wontumi man editing say receipts and allegedly Abrantia no so be Kasano in the name, but Wontumi is going for plea. What does that tell you? It tells you that there's a presumption say Wontumi feels that he's liable in the matter. That's why you're going to plea bargain. Because what is plea bargain? In 2022,
and we understand that case, plea bargaining. We understand some way, somehow. And community are so behind the scenes.
Yes.
Negotiation for a long time.
Yes, but you have to inform the court.
Sure.
Now, the reason I have to inform the court in any. The reason I'm saying that there may be a presumption they want to make and say, I'm not saying that out of vacuum. I'm saying that based on my reading of the Plea Bargaining Act. That is Act 1079, which was assented by President Kufuor on the 22nd of July 2022.
Okay. And the Appiah Kubi can say a Mompire in Manchama Wontumi.
Yes.
It is SMEC in the Bidum say, and yet the Oka,
Yes.
So did he help? Did he help?
I'll come to the Appiah Kubi.
Okay.
Now, what is plea bargaining? Or say, the Criminal and Other Offences Act Procedure Act 30 is amended by the insection after Section 162 blah blah blah. Now let me read for you what it means. It says that subject to Section 162B, a person charged with a criminal offense, exam bank case, they're fraud, money laundering, financial loss to the state. These are criminal matters. Charged with a criminal offense may, at any time before judgment, negotiate with the Attorney General for a plea bargain or a plea agreement. So even the summer boy case now, you na verdict and you're trying to July 3. So July 2nd, I want to make you send your water to name one which I could plea bargain.
Okay.
Why am I saying or say a person charged with a criminal offense may at any time before judgment negotiate with the Attorney General for a plea bargain. Now I go further to say, what would that seek to achieve? To reduce an offense charge with a lesser offense. And if, for example, someone boy case, a 15 to 25 years in jail, you can plea bargain and get 5 years, make certain restitutions. It's allowed. To withdraw a charge against an accused person, that can also be done. To reduce the punishment for an offense charged within the law that prescribes the punishment. Or say, a plea bargain under subsection 1 may provide a sentence or a range of sentences to be recommended to the court. The payment by the accused person or compensation to the victim of the offense, or the making of restitution by the accused person or the prior consent of the accused persons. Now, what Wontumi will do with the Attorney General is back and forth. 30 million, major 20. There be major 20, major 25. Oh, major 25, major 27. Okay, major 22. That is a recommendation to the court. When the court accepts it, it becomes a verdict or a judgment of the court. That's what plea bargaining means.
Okay.
They say the TN say, yeah, charge Wontumi say, yeah, 30 million be could din wa afa kwa paso. And I want to so plea bargaining. Plea bargaining Wontumi make us okay. Munyi charge in free so make trace can nyina. Munyi charge in free so menya 25 million. Now, Attorney General Jituma no the sad na koba court say me ni Wontumi akwa agree na ya agree ni na court no so ayeden will adopt it. The court, I'm also told, can also say that they are varying the terms of that agreement. So that is basically what a plea bargain means.
That's right.
Now, as some course na MP for social media to see and the Appiah Kubi say, CMC, case management conference. Charging a diabo Wontumi. The evidence, the ingredients, and Ankasani evidence at Tonja Bejan say, public, today in a plea bargain. Then he started speaking. But you see, I always say, and I'm giving you my sources. I say, okay, FM interview, and I say, FM.
Okay.
When people are speaking, I listen to them carefully. I'm matching me background. Now, I say me back as a porno, but I'm more. But I wanted to listen to the interview again. So when I was driving to the office, I was still listening. And the Appiah Kubi be breaking news as MPFM say, Some boy case na ye die wie no. O could notify court when he say wo yin who from say Wontumi lawyer. But I know me better. I received a very shocking brief. The Attorney General has also indicated strongly.
Yes, so
say and the Appiah Kubi yes are open because the presumption is that when and Appiah Kubi does so, Wontumi have to elect a new lawyer.
No more chance here.
Now the case will not start again, but the court may give the lawyer a new window to
open
familiarize with the case and everything. That may go beyond the legal vacation.
Okay.
So they think that it's a strategy the Wontumi team want to deploy to delay the case. But even in that, you see, sometimes when you are speaking, you need to match it. If you want to make a so me source me, source me. And the Appiah Kubi say grounds not the economy. Me see an interview na one more number there be 5 or so 1 case ne bobo so do. On say Wontumi what 3 cases. Tano mrim case no. Sama boy nimri tama boy de no. Ana Exim Bank. O say case ne bobo so do. No no lawyer for no kra no. Wasan je adwuma bi aka. When he said that I said why will you say me say only okay for me no pa adehia ke bi o say na only Kwame Nkrumah kese. That's my source.
Okay.
Meba a reasons so o say time case ne bobo so do 2 o say omoye submission of no case no unsa Attorney General bo ni nkro wie no initially the same boy case no Wontumi ka say on kasa.
Okay.
Or then say the Attorney General has not adduced enough evidence for no Wontumi to speak. Then the court sat on it, and the court on the page 30 and 31 said a very instructive thing. My phone is not here, I would have projected. What it basically is that based on the evidence, our prosecution led by Justice Samson Wontumi has something to answer.
Okay.
So when Appiah Kubi went to the appeals court, based on the tone of the page 30 and 31 in the High Court ruling, he even said that he feels the judge on the matter has been prejudicial. Now what is prejudicial about it? Because the judge can only say Wontumi has to open his defense because there's been an establishment of a prima facie. If there's no prima facie, yes, so that I don't know how to put it. So that's the only common sensical thing the judge will say. Say, media evidence na Attorney General diabano mitia etomasum enti Wontumi ni wana na mente wonso side. That does not mean or infer that the judge is biased.
Okay, next moment crow.
Yes, asamasi. Then me no na tiku Wontumi program is one pay. Meboa.
Yeah.
Oku se ku ofie.
Yes.
And oku school kusu ya de. Meboa. Oni ha. Ana se mi si ye no. Ye kofie. What is?
Yes.
And oku se ku fre na abo nkuro. And was amprechum. Asama wa katu ni me de me bi na me jitum se. Ana me go se tutu initial bo frame kra me se na dey. Me kasa. Ana me dey se bu ko jibi ho. Tell you. Me di ko jibi ho no. Ana Jimmy say otiam prechuma you just say okasa. That does not mean say wajam pretum ye natum. The judge is even giving you a window for you to also what?
Yes.
Bring evidence against what is being placed on you.
That's right.
The third reason he gave is that or say some boy concession want to be ordered legally. Now Wontumi ni nkrofobi ko agreement say omunkoye reclamation. And I go for the choir galamse ni echi. Now I say there's no document that shows that Wontumi gave the land to the gentleman and instructed him explicitly to do galamse. But that is the evidence you led in court say Wontumi anyesa. The ruling is 3rd July. So why do you think that you must be heard on radio before the judge? Because what that tells me that then you know that you were not able to rightly defend your claim.
Yes.
And therefore, in my view, you are causing disaffection for the judge.
That's right.
Now, let's come back to the one.
Court to one can was a friend of a radio so now.
Yes. Now, also time, the element of the time. Did anybody force them? And everybody, see, my YouTube channel, the critical analyst. Young Kufo my favorite. Esi Dunketia.
Okay.
Kobne Japan. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And the Appiah Kubi President Mahama. They are people I respect. My biases are clear. that does not mean that na president must say nam jam bonachi but me am jam bonachi. I'm not saying that there are people who feed me. Nobody has given me one peso. I'm saying that there are people I respect.
That's right.
You may not respect them. That is your view, and I'm not entitled to determine who you respect. But I'm saying that I respect Appiah Kubi. But an interview now, why na sempane okay? Wontumi, and I'm explaining myself. Say, so who can okay for me interview? You say, okra waji amanfo cases the case go so. Then the inference can be say plea bargain in the crana wokono. When there's not been any case management conference, when the Attorney General has not giving you the evidences he will stand on to prosecute your client and go for plea bargain, then it's because we will show our selfish interest.
Yes.
You are not looking out for the interest of your client.
Open term.
Mr. Kotie interview, no say Ejuma Gune. So the interview actually is on the critical analysis channel. My last video,
wow.
It's on my channel. Anybody can go and watch it.
Open term also.
Exactly. So the evidence can also be say me on hindsight. I think that Wontumi should have gotten different lawyers for the different cases.
Wow.
Because also what break. He said it in the interview.
I don't think I kind of say illegal mining case, you know, watching her free one. I don't know watching her free one.
So that's what I'm saying that then maybe on hindsight.
I can tell mining case, you know, watching her free one.
Wontumi should have gotten a different because it's weird. The case is concluded. The case is concluded. For me, what they are doing, it is rather giving the public that I didn't do a good job. I'm not sure of the defense I led for my client, so let me cut my losses. And it's all within 2-3 days here. I think that senior should tone down a bit. Yeah. I think
I am myself.
Interview, I was disappointed. That does not mean I'm saying Wontumi is innocent. I'm not saying that. But even murderers are supposed to have the best of legal counsel. Because me, all my life, next time me to DSTV crime documentaries.
Okay.
There are people who've been convicted for years. People who've been convicted for years. I'm pretty sure you will come later. Maybe any panel class. I'm not you want to be here. My background is Metropolitan Climbing Science. So Galam says, and some near the tunnel say, I'm a boss. Some boy case. When you read the minerals and mining, it's between 15 to 25 years. Tanumrim is the same. And in fact, the Tanumrim prosecution started under Kufuado.
Okay.
Patriots. So they are grave cases. But the two interviews are material and killing. No.
Mo wa dwene mu ayo na.
Mo wa dwene mu ya me na.